course I'm not here to meet Kevin. I was looking forward to a quiet couple of days with Matt. That note you found at the hospital was misplaced in Eve's box.
Okay, oh, okay. How about the note I found at Kevin's house? Why did I find that note that said Pleasure Point, huh?
Other than the fact that you're nosy, Kevin has been through quite a deal lately. Gosh, I told him where I would be in case he wanted to reach me. If he needed someone to talk to.
Oh, well, I guess it does sort of make sense. Oh, I should have known Kevin would never meet you for a torrid affair. I mean, because you are so upstanding, you know? And I should have known he never would meet that floozy Eve.
Matt will be here soon, and I want to take a shower. Is it too much to expect you to be gone when I get out?
Consider me gone. Here I go. Watch me. This is me leaving. Here I go. Quickly leaving. Woo! Okay. See you later. You know what? It's gonna storm out there, and I really think that it's good. Whoa. Don't slip. Yikes.
That dingbat. What on earth did Kevin ever see in her? Lucy. She has the right name.
Oh. Yoo-hoo. Hi. It's raining cats and dogs out there, and, my car, well, just won't start, so it looks like we're gonna be roomies for a while.
What were you doing with a voice activator? The same type of device, mind you, that was used to call Kevin Collins at the radio station and at his home.
I told you, I was downstairs in my apartment all evening. You found the voice activator upstairs in the living room. I've never even seen it before. Anyone could have used the phone upstairs, and I wouldn't have known about it.
There was no sign of forced entry. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You were home alone for most of the night, right?
Yes, I was. And I'm sure the cop you had watching the house could tell you.
And when he left, you were all by your lonesome, which means there was nobody there to verify that you didn't make the call.
Now, Dr. Devlin is answering no more questions.
No problem. She said plenty.
Julie doesn't fit the typical profile of a serial killer.
Well, you defended her when she was accused of murdering her father, but you didn't believe it was she then. You gonna go against the facts now?
This just doesn't feel right to me. I could make a case that Julie snapped and murdered her father, but she had no reason to kill Jake, or Grace, or Dr. May.
Well, people will do anything.
I'm well aware of that. But Julie Devlin is a well-adjusted, caring woman. Now, of course, there are exceptions, but let's face it, serial killers are usually social misfits, loners, sociopaths who have no compassion for others or any sense of what's right and what's wrong.
Well, I, for one, believe that the police have finally arrested the correct person, and I, for one, am enormously happy that the whole thing is over.
There's something else going on here. And I want to find out what it is.
Doing?
I am drying my hands on this ratty old dish towel.
That is no towel. That is my nightshirt.
Oh, no way. You don't really wear this thing to bed every night, do you?
Yes, I do. Why?
Well, it has its charm in a retro sort of flannel way, but, you know, it's not very flattering when I wear it. It makes me look flat-chested and rather hippie.
Well, it suits me just fine.
To each his own.
Dr. Herman, please.
This is Dr. Harmon.
Yeah.
Matt. Hi, I'm glad you haven't left. Listen, I'll explain later, but the romantic vacation is off. I'm coming home as quickly as possible.
I've been trying to get through to you, but I couldn't get in touch with you. You know, there's flash flood warnings in that area, and they're not letting anybody up or down the mountain.
You mean I'm stuck here?
Hi, baby. Oh, what's going on? Come on, what's going on?
After you left, I went down to my apartment. And 1 minute I'm in the shower. The next, Garcia and his goon squad show up. When I let them in, they found a voice activator in the living room, and they arrested me. After Kevin finished his radio program, the killer called Kevin's house. They're convinced it was me.
How can they be so sure?
They traced the call. and it came from our house. Can you believe that maniac was in the house with me? I mean, what if I had gone upstairs earlier and he was still there? I know he would have killed me. Maybe then they realized that I'm not the murderer.
The important thing is that you're safe, and then we get you out of here as soon as possible.
Excuse me for interrupting.
What are you doing here?
I heard about your arrest. I want to talk to you.
Why?
Are you the person who's been calling me?
Who in the hell do you think you are to ask her something like that?
It's okay. No, I didn't call you tonight, nor have I ever called you on that radio show.
Do either of you have any idea why a voice activator was found in your home?
Somebody put it there to frame Julie.
And I bet I know exactly who it was. Lark Madison.
I spoke with Lark shortly after she attempted suicide. She has her problems, but I don't know if she's capable of murder.
She nearly got Frank killed.
Julie, that was an accident, and you know it.
Please, Frank, just find out where Lark was at the time the call was made.
You wouldn't happen to have maybe something else you could loan me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Whew, you know what? Oh, it does stink. I think there must be some sort of chemical reaction that happens between fish and flannel.
You could always sleep in your own clothes.
Well, no, actually, I couldn't, because my expensive knit dress holds water and it's still soaked completely through. Hey, you know what I was thinking? Sort of a girl thing to do. If maybe we went shopping when we got back to Port Charles, I could take you to this lingerie shop that has the sexiest,
I bought
most wonderful
the
skin.
nightshirt because I like it. Ew. You're right.
I'm right? What? I'm right about what?
You stink. You can't sleep in this bed with me.
Well, where am I supposed to sleep?
Well, I hear that the floor has a 5-star rating.
You sleep on it.
You know, I am not the one who made a nightshirt stink like fish by wiping my hands on it. I'm also not the one who dumped a bucket of fish guts on an unsuspecting person. But I am the one who was invited to be here.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. Then I will sleep... give me that. On the floor, all right? That's good, baby, because I happen to have a slightly dainty back, and it happens when I wear so many high heels. I'm here. I'm sleeping right here on the floor. It'll make me feel better, and I'll love it. Hot. It is really hot in here. You know, we need some fresh air.
What are you doing? Maybe summer, but the air is cold from the rain.
Ooh. Yeah, but you know, I think that I have this sort of allergy to mold, and it's really stuffy with the fire going.
I don't want mosquitoes flying in here all night while I'm freezing to death because you think you have allergies.
Hey, you know what? I don't see any mosquitoes. Not one darn little mosquito's out there. And besides, it's not cold. It's bracing. Now, listen, if my nose gets all clogged up and I start wheezing and coughing and snorting, we're never going to get any sleep, and I want the window open. So the window's going to be open. Otherwise, I'm not sleeping on the floor. Oh. Oh.
What did Julie say? Did she confess?
One question at a time.
But I've got a million of them. They've been building up ever since you left.
I spoke to Julie. She says she's innocent.
Well, of course she does. Everybody in prison says he's not guilty. I, for one, don't believe there are nearly that many innocent people in jail.
Except for your own false arrest, of course.
Of course.
Well, Julie thinks that Lark Madison framed her, and that she may be the real killer.
That's exactly what she said the night of the nurse's ball. Do you remember? When Lark showed up just after Jake's body was found.
Lark has an unstable background, that's for sure. She was raised by her mother, who has a history of violence and mental instability. She's institutionalized right now, as a matter of fact. Lark's had a series of problems stemming from the abuse and neglect inflicted by her mother.
Monk, are you seriously suggesting that Lark is a more likely candidate than Julie Devlin?
She tried to end her own life not too long ago. I haven't seen her much since then. Maybe it's time I paid her a visit.
So, did you see Julie?
How is she?
Well, she's been better. What are you still doing up? It's late.
I'm too freaked out about Julie to sleep. And it's so scary that we've been living under the same roof as a serial killer. She could have offed us in our sleep anytime she wanted.
She is not a killer, Lark. I think she's being railroaded.
I can't imagine why anyone would do something like that.
I don't know why you're having so much trouble believing it. You're the one who fingered Julie for these murders not so long ago.
I only did that because I have this feeling about her. She gives me the creeps.
Isn't that Julie's CD player?
Yeah.
What are you doing with it?
Mine's broken, so I'm borrowing hers.
Put it back.
I will. I just need to listen
Now.
to this. Fine. But it's not as if Julie's going to be needing it anytime soon.
It's a beautiful, clear day out there, and my car started right away, so I am going to head on back to Port Charles. Just came back to get my stuff and say Tasso.
Oh, because you insisted on leaving the windows open all night, I was eaten alive.
I am so
Look,
sorry.
Stop. I don't want to hear how sorry you are. I don't want to hear about allergies or fashion tips or your aversion to flannel. Just, please, go.
Somebody got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, didn't that somebody? Well, that somebody also had a bed to sleep in, so... Okay, I can take a hint. I am going.
Oh, wait. Don't forget this.
Thank you. Oops. Bye, Crabby. You really are an old grouch, you know that?
Dr. Harmon, please. Hey, you.
Hey, how are you? Was the storm bad?
Oh, the storm was fine. Hurricane Lucy was the disaster.
Yeah, you know, you never got to tell me how she ended up at the cabin.
I Love Lucy thought that she was going to catch Kevin and Eve in a tryst, and she came up with some harebrained plot to stop it that I walked into the middle of. Seems her idea of lover's revenge is a bucket of fish guts. They were intended for Eve, but they ended up all over me.
Sounds like you need some TLC.
Well, the good news is that she's gone, and our vacation is back on. So, how soon can you be here?
Well, I hate to break it to you there, Ellen, but, the bridge was washed out.
Yodelahee-hoo. Guess what? The road is still flooded, and apparently there's no way out.
Remember that weather condition I mentioned? It's returned. I'll call you later.
I guess, we are stuck together for just a little while longer. Poof! It is stuffy in here, isn't it?
Hey.
Haven't seen you in a while. You ever been using another copy shop?
No, I haven't. You know, it's pretty remarkable you remember me.
I never forget a face. Helps business.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Are you aware that the police traced a threatening note to this store? It was copied here.
Are you with the police?
No, I'm doing some investigating on my own. Would you mind looking at some photographs?
Not at all.
Do you recognize any of these faces?
They've all been here.
Dr. Collins.
Hi.
Hi. I don't know who you're here to see, but I'm the only one home.
Well, that's good, because I came to see you. May I come in?